What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Dan here. And if you're hearing what I'm hearing right now, this video may get taken down for copyright strikes because my neighbors are playing Spanish music. I'm not sure what genre or whatever, but if I get a copyright strike from someone in Mexico or Spain or Argentina, it's not my fault. But let me get on to my subject. You see, I've been procrastinating this subject for a while, and it has to do with the one, the only Jordan Peterson and his debate with Miss Cathy Newman. And you're like, Dan, that's like a month old. Yes, it is, but implications are more interesting. And the only reason why I'm doing this now is because of the whole Joe Rogan debate. What I want to talk about is kind of Miss Newman's oversimplification of the fact that, as you put it, there are only 100 out of 100. Let's say there's 100 top earning companies in Britain. Only 9 of them are headed by female CEOs, and she seemed to be implicating that this is some sort of oppression, and that because there aren't as many women in charge, somehow this is, again, oppression. Now, if you've watched Game of Thrones, like me, you know that being the head, being the king, isn't all the power. I mean, well, yes, that there's a certain advantage. Being the hand of the king, or being master of coin, has its own power. I will say that many women are really good at doing stuff that are, maybe not upfront power, not being the CEOs, but are equally as valuable, and actually, in many ways, has its own special power over the head. You don't believe me? Look at any political power couple. I'll use the example because I recently was reading this about William of Orange and Mary II of England. You see, when they came into power, that William's an outsider. He's Dutch, and Mary, who was the daughter of the previous King of England, and her sister would be Queen Anne, which they'd be the last of the, I believe it's the Stuart line. She was very good at getting because of her English, being English, getting support from the English to do the war against, I believe, France, because this is like the war for Spanish succession. It's a big thing. It's a big historical thing. But because of that, because she was more agreeable, she's able to get William his support from his lords. Now, when she died, William had to basically start the whole concept of national debt, basically being indebted to your business owners and your subjects. But that's another thing. The key is that she was able to work. And he was agreeable. He became a little bit more agreeable, able to convince, say, yeah, we're fighting against the French, yada, yada. And that's the thing. Women are really good at building bridges. In fact, if anybody is, again, Game of Thrones, or watch any, movies or shows that set circa 1950, you will see, I know this is fair, but women gossiping. And still happens today. Women will talk. And a good politically minded woman, this is not me being, say she's with her husband and he's a senator. She'll go, oh, well, I heard about this. And if she's really good, she'll convince people. She'll use charisma to basically convince people that they should be confident. And she'll, you know why? Because that benefits her. Her power is in intel. Intel is an extremely useful power. It wins battles. It topples countries, gives rise to new orders. And the fact that, let's say, a woman hears, oh, blah, 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 let's say, oh, this guy might, be siding with, has to be, I'm thinking the word amicable towards a certain position, allows, say, her husband to go approach that person. Say, the husband of one senator hears, the wife of one senator hears that another wife that the other senator has, leaning. She'll go, honey, talk to this guy. It's actually, that's the thing is, if you don't know, is like men and women are really good if they when and this has been proven to work in pairs. Now, I'm not saying that gay couples or lesbian couples can't do that. No, it is very possible. But what they both show, sorry, is that working in pairs, having one agreeable person and one not so agreeable person, end up benefiting both sides. Again, with couples, back in the day, the wife wants the husband to succeed because that's her bread and butter. And that's why I call. Well, again, information is power. Also, being the gateway to the person in power is a power itself. You'll see this where kings will die and their sons will be like 2, 3, maybe 5 years old. Not quite old enough to really be king, but they'll have the uncles and the mom. I mean, we saw this in Game of Thrones with Joffrey and Tommen, who, with Cersei being the mom saying, "Oh yes, yes," influencing them. They saw that with Tommen with Marjorie, also influencing. Hell, the Queen of Thorns is a master of influence, or a mistress influence. She's the queen. You don't fuck with Olenna Tyrell. But the key again is being king, being in charge, isn't the ultimate power. You can find many ways be influential. Being influential to the power, being kingmaker has its own power, and I think that's where because I've been kind of going on in circles. I think that's where I'm going to end this video. Hope you guys enjoy this and have a wonderful day. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.